So I've been with the English Angoras for 3 years now. I've had French Angoras. I started with this little girl. I got her, she was 4 weeks old and 8 ounces. She was starving, took her home, saved her little booty, and she's been saving me ever since. She is an absolutely stunning little animal. She thanks me every day. But I've had her since February of last year. So just a year with these guys, 3 years with these guys. I also raise commercial meat rabbits. I have Argentbrune. Did not bring any of those for you today because we were talking about wool. One of the things that fascinated me about the wool was the fact that it's wool. I grew up as a kid playing around with crochet needle and doing crafty stuff, and then I found out that you could actually take this and turn it into a sweater, and I was like, oh, I'm on board. Totally on board. So I got my rabbits and I started growing them, I started showing them, I started learning and growing. So I'm going to share what I've learned through my process with you guys. So does anybody know the difference between these two rabbits? There's a couple of differences. Their size, right? This guy maxes out at 7.5 pounds is the most this will ever be. This one maxes out at 10.5 pounds. What else is different?
This.
Yep. English Angoras have fur everywhere you possibly could have fur. They have wool. Lots of it everywhere. You'll get it all the way down to the nose sometimes, and sometimes it'll start behind the eyeballs, and it'll be kind of smooth like this in the front. But they always have these ears, these forehead bangs, the cheek bangs, their feet are furry. They're just wool everywhere. What about another? Does anybody have another difference between the two?
Size.
Go ahead. Their heads. A little bit. You still want the same, just like a commercial meat rabbit, you want that nice big bold head on your rabbit. That's going to be pretty close to the same. How about the type on the rabbit? Yep. So this guy's a compact rabbit. It's going to pose the same way, but it's going to feel different when you're handling it. This is a commercial rabbit, so this girl's a triple threat. She makes a good show bunny, a good meat bunny, and a good wool bunny. This one, not so much on the meat. You don't get a whole lot out of that 5.5 to 7.5 pound rabbit. There's another difference between the two, and it's kind of hard to see. Well, I guess you probably could see it with her. You can see, if you look really closely, you can see her chocolate guard hairs. There's not a whole heck of a lot of them, right? There's really not. And hers is almost all guard hairs right now. That's pretty much all you can see. So the standard for a French Angora calls for an abundance of guard hair. You want to see those guard hairs. You want to see a lot of them. These guard hairs are what makes them different from the other 3 breeds of Angora. On these guys, you want fewer guard hairs because those guard hairs are what? They're kind of rough, right? They're not as soft. So this rabbit is supposed to be a very soft, silky, almost air-like rabbit. So whenever you are feeling up on an English Angora, the best way to tell if you have the proper texture is you close your eyes and you put your hands in the wool, and if you can't feel it, then you're where you're supposed to be. Okay? The other difference that you'll see between these two is this is probably her 6th or 7th coat. This is her 3rd coat. She will never go on the show table again. This first coat is what you want to show, and once you cut it, the judges know and they don't like it. It is very, very rare for a grow back coat to win on the show table. So we get these guys, we show them till they're about 10 or 11 months old. That's about the most we'll get out of them. And then after that, they go home to be woolers and make babies. Her, she gets to go as often as she wants, for as long as she wants, until she's done. So I can shave her down, grow it back out, and show her again, and she'll win again, over and over again.